Hello everyone, and welcome back to another AFK Journey video. So we have 1 week left on the Solise Rate Up recruitment banner, and I think we have enough information to decide whether she is important for you to pull on your account or not. Now, the thing about Solise, we have seen her for the Dream Realm meta be pretty important, especially for pre-endless Dream Realm bosses. For multiple bosses, she is sometimes in the top teams, and even today in Magmazard, when we moved into epic difficulty, which not many people did, Solise was needed, and even in hard difficulty, the top team was using Solise. Now, of course, this is not going to be the case for every single boss, and it's really only when you do have those survival issues. But if we do a recap of the top teams of all of these bosses, Seratiel, yes, doesn't need to have Solise in it because Seratiel wipes out your entire team 45 seconds into the match. Gluma, actually, the top team did replace Solise with Valara. Doomscourge uses not Solise because there's not the survival issues. Blightshroom does use Solise. Now, Blightshroom is one of the main reasons I've actually maybe... it's influenced my opinion on how valuable Solise is, because the thing is, in this boss, she's not even able to get off her ultimate, but she is going to do some healing from her other skills and also provide attack buffs just from her healing from other skills and her other, buffing skills, that she's still going to provide good value for the team. And what I'm really curious to see, and we won't actually know this answer unfortunately, is in endless difficulty, is Solise still going to be a part of the team? Because if that is the case, then that is a real, selling point of Solise. But for right now, Blightshroom, definitely Solise is really important there, in being in all the top teams. Nocturne Judicator, she's not needed, it is Valara. Magmazard, she is pretty important because there's survival issues, but at endless difficulty, she will almost definitely be replaced. Necrodraken, she's not used because obviously she's a stationary hero, she doesn't work well there. And King Croaker, Valara is better. So when you look at all of this, it's literally only two bosses. It's Magmazard and it is Blightshroom. However, if you don't have her for these bosses, you are going to suffer. Now, the only, obviously, question which we don't know the answer to is in endless difficulty, is Solise going to be relevant at all, or is she going to be completely useless? The biggest, basically, competition Solise has is Valara. And that's why you're actually going to be seeing, in the teams where Solise is not the best, a lot of the teams are going to be using Valara. Because Valara fulfills that same role of buffing the team, and she actually buffs up the team by a greater amount compared to Solise. And so, usually you don't need to have both of them in the same team. So Solise is more going to be specialized for pre-endless Dream Realm when there's survival issues. In endless difficulty, I think it would have to be very niche circumstances for it to actually be useful. Blightshroom boss may be it, because Valara cannot work there, obviously, as we have seen. But yeah, so overall, she does have solid use in Dream Realm, but maybe not long, maybe not endless use, and so maybe not, super dominant, obviously, use in Dream Realm. For AFK stages, she is very important, Solise, because not in all stages, but I've even went back to players who, don't have Solise, who are behind in AFK stages. And a lot of record formations are using Solise. So she is almost considered a must-needed, a must-have for AFK stages. Now, of course, you do not need to push AFK stages like a crazy person. You just have to really keep up with the daily limit, which you can easily do with other heroes. You don't need Solise. But if you enjoy pushing AFK stages, you like to push a little bit ahead and in advance, Solise becomes really important there, because she is an important hero for AFK stages. Of course, Valara is still more important than Solise, and at high deficit levels, Valara is used much more, because you need that additional damage output potential, but Solise gets a fair bit of use even at the higher levels, and so for that reason, overall, again, solid hero for AFK stages. And then finally, we have PvP. So in PvP, Solise actually does pretty well. People have shown me replays of Solise topping the damage chart and also keeping your team alive really effectively. So you can use her in stall comps, you can use her with Baelran, or you can just use her in pretty much any team, just Theodore buffing up Solise, and she's going to get off her ultimate really early on into the match. It's like a big health boost to basically give your team the advantage. and then also buffing up your attack, and then her own damage. She has high damage output because basically excess healing splashes damage onto the opponents, and so that's pretty interesting. So I think really from all three game modes, I have to say that Solise is a jack of all trades. She's a jack of all trades, but not necessarily a master of any one. However, she is useful enough in these game modes that I do consider her an important hero to have on your account. Definitely, she's a nice hero to have on your account. And then finally, we're seeing in the Primal Lord today, you guys must have watched the video about the top teams. The top teams are using Solise. However, you can use Damien teams rather than Solise and still get a good score. Solise isn't absolutely like hugely score gapping, but she is the best there. And so overall, I have to say that Solise is a solid hero with real Dream Realm and AFK stage applications and even good use in PvP. However, but at the same time, she isn't maybe on the tier of other must-pull heroes we have had. Of course, she is nowhere near the tier of Gala or Shamira. She is not the tier even of Kordan. Honestly speaking, purely for Dream Realm, you're seeing that Kordan is more widely used compared to Solise. And probably Kordan is going to remain top for the Nocturne Judicator boss. Like even today, Kordan is being used. Necrojaken, he's not used. King Croker, he's not used, but Serathil, he is going to be used. Gloomlaw, even, he was somehow made to work, which is crazy. Doomscourge, he's not, but then you have your Nocturne Judicator. So Kordan's having like 4 boss Dream Realm usage. Solise is having 2, and Solise is mainly for pre-endless, but she also has that AFK stage value. Overall, she is a solid hero, and I think for those reasons, I can recommend that if you have the resources to, you can go ahead and pull her. Now, I did want to wait a while until we had Silven and a bit more testing of Silven on the Raid-Up banner before deciding on Solise. But the thing is, from Solise's usage, I can safely say that she is a nice hero to have on your account. And so far, by the way, if you want an update on Silven, he hasn't been in the best team for the 2 Dream Realm bosses, Nocturne Judicator, which, I mean, there's no way he would be good there. And also, he's not in the best for Magmazard. So we have to wait a while longer to see, is Silven going to actually have any meta usage, or is he a completely skippable hero? But from right now, it is pretty clear that Solise is seeming better than Silven. We have to wait longer for Silven, obviously, to make that 100% claim. However, even if Silven is good, it doesn't change the fact that Solise is a very important kind of hero for multiple game modes and would be useful to have on your account. Now, how high do you have to upgrade her? Mythic Plus, or basically with the Acorns getting her to Supreme Ascension, that is enough to start with, and you can get the final 2 copies later on from your wish list. You don't absolutely need your Supreme Plus. That's basically, the Supreme Plus is basically for the bonus damage, and this is for PvP mainly. For Dream Realm and for AFK stages, she's there for a supportive role. So even Supreme Ascension would be good enough. Plus 10 exclusive equipment is really important, especially for Dream Realm, because it increases the host maximum health by a huge amount, basically, making them much overall tankier, having higher effective health. So plus 10 exclusive equipment, Supreme Ascension, that's basically the minimum required, and then she's really gonna be usable for you. And you can pick up the final 2 copies later on the wish list. So if you have like 150,000 diamonds or more, I think you can safely get Solise all the way up to Supreme and be happy with it. If you have like, 50,000 diamonds, 70,000 diamonds, it's more of a difficult decision because like if you go all in, which you'll need to for Solise with that diamond count, and another hero becomes meta right after her, then you're going to be in a tough spot. But it may also not. It just depends on the lineup of what raid up heroes we have coming up. And yeah, so anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it's helpful. Let me know your thoughts about Solise in the comment section down below. Have you already recruited her? Are you planning to recruit her? If you're gonna recruit her now, good luck on your summons. Hopefully you can get a good summoning rate and avoid pity as much as possible. But overall, I'm just saying I'm a fan of Solise. I think she's a solid hero to have on your account, and I think just overall nice solid hero. Not game breaking, not like absolute must pull status, but also really nice to have on your account. Basically the tier below must pull, if you have to call it that. So thanks for watching, guys. That's gonna be it for this video. And if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. My affiliate link is in the description of this video and a pinned comment, and you can actually bookmark this link in your browser, and whenever you're planning to make a purchase, just return to the bookmark link and make your purchase. It will support me and be greatly appreciated. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.